Today we are going to read chapter 5 of Ayurveda Itihasa, which deals with origin and period of different systems of medicine in the world. The main systems of medicine in the world are Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, Yoga, Naturopathy, Homeopathy, modern medicine. Ayurveda. The Atharva Veda is sacred text of Hinduism during from the early Iron Age is one of the first Indian texts dealing with medicine. The Atharva Veda also contains speciality of herbs of various ailments. The use of herbs to treat ailment would later form a large part of Ayurveda. The word Ayurveda means complete knowledge for long life. Is a great medical system of India. Its two most famous texts are Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita. The earliest foundation of Ayurveda was built on the synthesis of traditional herbal practices together with a massive addition of theoretical conceptualization, new nosology, new therapies dating from 600 BC onwards. And coming out of the communities of thinkers which included the Buddha and others. According to the compendium of Charaka Samhita, and disease are not predetermined and life may be prolonged by human effort. The compendium of Sushruta Samhita defines the purpose of medicine to cure the disease of sick, protect the healthy, and to prolong life. Both these ancient compendia include details of the examination, diagnosis, treatment, and prognosis of numerous ailments. Most remarkable was Sushruta's surgery, especially the rhinoplasty, for which he of modern plastic surgery. Sushruta also described more than 125 surgical instruments in detail. Also remarkable is Sushruta's penchant for scientific classification. His medical treatise consists of 184 chapters, 1120 conditions are listed, including injuries and illness, relating to aging and mental illness. The Ayurvedic classic mention 8 branches of medicine: Kaya, Salya, Shalakya, Kaumaravidya, Bhutavidya, Agadatantra, Rasayana, and Vajikarna. Apart from learning these, the student of Ayurveda are expected to know 10 arts that were indispensable in the preparation and application of this medicines: distillation, operative skills, cooking, horticulture, metallurgy, sugar, pharmacy, analysis and separation of mineral, compounding of metals and preparation of alkalis. Teaching of various subjects were done during the instruction of relevant clinical subjects. For example, the teaching of anatomy was part of teaching of surgery, embryology was a part of training in pediatrics and obstetrics, and the knowledge of physiology and pathology was interwoven in the teaching of all the clinical disciplines. The normal length of students' training appears to have been 7 years, but the physician was to continue to learn more than 7 years. Siddha medicine. Siddha system of medicine is practiced in some part of South India, especially in the state of Tamil Nadu. It has close affinity to Ayurveda, yet it maintains a distinctive identity of its own. This system has come to be closely identified by Tamil civilization. The term Siddha has come from Siddhi, which means achievement. Siddhas were the men who achieved supreme knowledge in the field of medicine. It is well known fact that before the advent of Aryans in India, as a well-developed civilization flourished in South India, especially in the bank of rivers Kaveri, Vog, Tamraparni, etc. The system of medicine in vogue is this civilization seems to be the precursor of the present-day Siddha system of medicine. During the passage of time, it interacted with the other streams of medicine, complementing and enriching them and in turn getting enriched. The medica of Siddha system of medicine depends to large extent on drugs of metal and mineral origin, in contrast to Ayurveda of earlier period, which was mainly dependent upon drugs of vegetable origin. According to the tradition, 18th Siddhas were supposed to have contributed to the development of Siddha medicine. Yoga and philosophy, however, literature generated by them is not available in entirety. with the well-known self-efficacious nature of ancient Indian acharya, the authorship of many literary work of great merit remains to be determined. There are always a tradition of ascribing the authorship of one's work to his teacher, patron, even to the great scholar of the time. This has made it extremely difficult to clearly identify the real author of many classics. According to Siddha concepts, matter and energy are two domain entities which have great influence in shaping the nature of universe. They are called Shiva and Shakti in Siddha system. Matter cannot exist without energy and vice versa. Thus, both are inseparable. The universe is made up of proto elements, and three doshas in the system of medicine, similar to Ayurvedic concept pertaining to them. However, there are certain differences in the interpretation. The concepts behind diagnostic measures also shows some great similarities differing in the certain aspects only. Diagnosis in Siddha system is carried out by well-known Ashtasthana Pariksha that encompasses examination of nadi, eyes, swara, sparsha, varna, tongue, mala, and urine. These examinations procedures are provided in greater detail in classical Siddha literature in comparison to classical literature of Ayurveda. Similar to Ayurveda, Siddha system also follows Ashtanga concept with regard to treatment procedures. However, the main emphasis is on the three branches Bala Vahatam, Nanjunul, and Nayana Vidhi. The other branches have not developed to extents seen in Ayurveda. The surgical procedures, which have been explained in great detail in Ayurvedic classics, do not find mention in Siddha classics. Next, Unani system of medicine. Unani medicine has its origin in Greece. It is believed to have been established by the great physician philosopher Hippocrates. Galen contributed for its further development. Aristotle laid down foundation of anatomy and physiology. Dioscorides, the renowned physician of 1st century AD, had made significant contribution to the development of pharmacology, especially of drugs of plant origin. The next phase of development took place in Egypt and Persia. The Egyptians had well evolved pharmacy. They were adept in the preparation of different dose forms like oil, powder, ointment, alcohol, etc. The Arabians, scholars, and physicians, under the patronage of Islamic rulers of many Arabian countries, have played great role in the development of this system. Many disciplines like chemistry, pharmaceuticals, procedures like distillation, sublimation, calcination, fermentations were developed and refined by them. There are many well-known names. Only some names have been mentioned in this article. Jabir bin Hayyan, a royal physician of his time, was worked on the chemical aspects. Ibn Rabban Tabari is the author of book Firdaus ul Hikmat and introduced concept of official formulary. The Arabs were instrumental in introducing Unani medicine in India around 1350 AD. The first known Hakim physician was Zia Maud Masood Rasid. Some of the renowned physicians who were instrumental in development of the system are Akbar Maud Akbar Arzani, Hakim Ajmal Khan, a great name among 20th century Unani physician in India. He was a talented personality besides being a physician. He was a scientist, politician, and a freedom fighter. He was instrumental in the establishment of Unani Ayurvedic College at Delhi. After independence, Unani received boost in the form of government support through various agencies, including in the development of ISM. At present, there are more than 30 colleges offering degree course in Unani medicine, and the approximate number of physician turnout is around 20,000. There are around 177 hospitals. A National Institute of Unani Medicine has been established at Bangalore in Karnataka state in 1983 in collaboration with the government of Karnataka for catering to both academic and research and development requirements. According to the basic principles of Unani, the body is made up of four basic elements: earth, air, water, fire, which have different temperaments like cold, hot, wet, dry. They give rise through mixing and interaction to new entities. The body is made up of simple and complex organs. They obtain their nourishment from four humors, mainly blood, phlegm, black bile, yellow bile. These humors also have their specific temperament. In the healthy state of body, there is equilibrium among the humors and body function in normal manner in as per its own temperament and environment. Disease occurs whenever the balance of humors is disturbed. Examination of pulse occupies a very important place in the disease diagnosis in Unani. In addition, examination of urine and stool is also undertaken. The pulse is examined to record different features like size, strength, speed, consistency, fullness. Different attributes of urine are examined like odor, quantity, mature urine, and urine at different age groups. Stool is examined for color, consistency, froth, and time required for passes, etc. Yoga. Yoga is essentially a spiritual discipline based on an extremely subtle science which focuses on bringing harmony between body and mind. It is an art and science of healthy living. The word yoga is derived from Sanskrit root yuj, meaning to join or to yoke or to unite. As per yogic scriptures, the practice of yoga leads to the union of individual consciousness with that of the universal consciousness, indicating a perfect harmony between the mind and the body, man and nature. According to modern scientists, everything in the universe is just a manifestation of same quantum firmament. One who experiences this oneness of existence is said to be in yoga and is termed as yogi, having attained to the state of freedom referred as mukti, nirvana, or moksha. Thus, the aim of yoga is self realization to overcome all kinds of suffering, leading to the state of liberation or freedom. Living with freedom in all walks of life, health, harmony shall be the main objectives of yoga practice. Yoga also refers to an inner science comprising of a variety of methods through which human being can realize this union and achieve mystery over their destiny. Yoga being widely considered as an immortal culture outcome of Indus Saraswati Valley civilization. The practice of yoga is believed to have started with the very dawn of civilization. The science of yoga has its own origin thousands of years ago, long before the first religious or belief system were born. In the yogic lore, Shiva is seen as the first yogi or Adi yogi, as the first guru or Adi guru. Several thousand years ago, on the bank of the lake Kantishvarovar, in the Himalayas, Adiyogi poured his profound knowledge into the legendary Saptarishis or seven sages. The sages carried this powerful yogic science to different parts of the world, including Asia, the Middle East, Northern Africa, South America. Agastya Saptarishi, who traveled across the Indian subcontinent, crafted his culture around a core yogic way of life. Presence of yoga is available in folk traditions in this valley civilization, Vedic and Upanishadic heritage. Buddhist and Jain traditions, darshanas, epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana, theist tradition of Shivas, Vaishnavas, and Tantric traditions. This was the time when yoga was being practiced under the direct guidance of Guru and its spiritual value was given special importance. It was it was a part of upasana and yoga sadhana was inbuilt in the rituals. Sun was given highest importance during the Vedic period. The practice of Surya Namaskara may have been invented later due to this influence. Pranayama was a part of daily ritual and offered the oblation. Though yoga was being practiced in pre-Vedic period, the great sage Maharshi Patanjali systemized and codified then existing practices of yoga. It means it related knowledge through his yoga sutras. After Patanjali, many sages and yoga masters contributed greatly for the preservation and development of the field through their well documented practices and literature. The period between 1700 to 1900 AD is considered as modern period in which the great yogacharyas Ramana, Maharshi, Ramakrishna, Paramahansa Yogananda, Vivekananda, etc. have contributed for development of Raja Yoga. This was the period when Vedanta, Bhakti Yoga, Natha Yoga, Hatha Yoga flourished. The Shadanga Yoga of Gorakshashatkam, Chatur Anga Yoga of Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Shapta Anga Yoga of Grheranda Samhita were the main Hatha Yoga. Now, in temporary times, everybody has conviction about yoga practices toward the preservation, maintenance, and promotion of health. Yoga has spread all over the world by the teaching of great personalities like Swami Shivananda, Sri T. Krishnamacharya, Swami Kuvalyananda, Sri Yogendra. BKS Iyengar was the founder of the style of yoga known as Iyengar Yoga and was considered one of the foremost yoga teacher in the world.